Imagine having a sound constantly ringing in your ears, never stopping, and the only way to escape that noise? Music. Now, what if I told you this guy is the city's most dangerous getaway driver? When his hands touch the steering wheel, outrunning the cops becomes impossible for them. But then one girl, just one girl, turned his entire world upside down. Today's story is about a driver who couldn't stop if he wanted to, because chasing him isn't just the police. There's a terrifying criminal mastermind too. So let's dive into Baby Driver. Directed by Edgar Wright in 2017, this movie showed audiences how action and music can create pure magic together. The central character is Baby, a young guy who constantly hears a ringing in his ears due to tinnitus. To find relief from this sound, he wears headphones and listens to music all the time. But this same guy also happens to be the underworld's most skilled getaway driver. The movie's main strength lies in its style and soundtrack. Every car chase, every gunfight, everything choreographed to a song's beat. Here, you don't just watch the action, you feel it. Story explanation. Creative timeline. Part 1. End to beginning. Why did Baby surrender? Let's start with the final scene. Baby stands before the police. Handcuffs being locked on his wrists, his girlfriend Deborah is crying. The whole city knows he's a criminal. But why would such a skilled driver who could escape from anywhere turn himself in? The answer to this question lies hidden in his entire life story. So let's rewind to those days when Baby's life was just music, driving, and crime. Baby's real name is Miles. As a child, he was just an ordinary kid with parents. But one day, his mom and dad got into a terrible argument in the car. His father was driving but lost focus. An accident happened, a horrific one. Both of Baby's parents died. But Baby survived. However, after that accident, a sound started constantly ringing in his ears. Tinnitus. This condition means you'll always hear a ringing that isn't actually an external sound, but rather a problem in your brain. Baby found only one way to escape this noise: music. The louder he played songs, the less the ringing bothered him, so he constantly walked around with an iPod and headphones. Then, Baby was adopted by an elderly man named Joseph, who was deaf. Joseph became his only family. But inside this kid was something special, extraordinary driving skills. Why? Because after his parents' death, he didn't fear cars. Instead, he turned driving into an art form. That's how he met Doc, a criminal mastermind. Doc is the person who plans bank heists, hires criminals, and controls everything, but he never enters the field himself. His job is creating the perfect plan. One day, Baby stole a car, Doc's car. Doc caught him and made a deal. "You'll work for me until your debt is paid." Baby had no choice. He was trapped in Doc's web. From then on, Baby became Doc's personal getaway driver. In every heist, Baby's job was simple: drive the car, outsmart the police, and get everyone safely. And he did this while listening to songs on his iPod. It felt like he wasn't driving, he was dancing. But Baby wanted out of this life. He dreamed that one day he'd be free, living a normal life.
One day, Baby went to a diner. Working there was a girl named Deborah. The moment he saw her, Baby felt she was different. Deborah noticed Baby too, his quiet nature, his sunglasses, his iPod. Gradually, a connection formed between them. Baby realized this was the girl he wanted to start a new life with. But the problem was, he was still trapped in Doc's debt. Deborah didn't know what Baby actually did. She thought Baby was just a regular guy who loved driving. This became the movie's turning point. Baby decided that at any cost, he would break free from Doc and start a new life with Deborah. One day, Doc told Baby, "This is your final job. After this, you're free." Baby believed him, so he agreed to one last heist. The team included Bats, Buddy, and Darling, Buddy's wife. But this mission was different from the others. Bats was a psychopath. He killed people for no reason. Once, entering a store, he murdered the counter guy, just for fun. Baby got scared. He realized these people were extremely dangerous. Then they went to an arms dealer, but suddenly bats shot and killed the dealer. After that, gunfire erupted. Buddy and Darling killed everyone. Baby understood, even if this mission succeeded, he wasn't safe, because these people could kill him anytime. Baby knew this was his last chance at freedom, but the problem was, Bats, Buddy, and Darling were with him again. Baby made a plan. He would drive in such a way that everyone else would die, but he would survive. But everything went wrong. During the post office heist, a police officer was there. Bats shot and killed him. Then a police chase began. Baby tried to escape, but Bats forced him to drive faster. In anger and fear, Baby made a crazy decision. He drove his car straight towards a truck. The metal rods on the truck pierced through Bats' body. Bats died. But this enraged Buddy and Darling. They realized Baby had intentionally killed Bats. Now, Baby's enemies weren't just the police. Buddy and Darling were after him too. In a shootout with police, Darling died. Buddy went insane with grief. His wife was dead, and he believed Baby was responsible. Buddy started hunting for Baby. He knew Baby would go to his girlfriend, Deborah. Meanwhile, Baby went to Deborah to escape with her, but Buddy was waiting there. Buddy took Deborah hostage. He told Baby, "You killed my wife, now I'll kill your girlfriend." This was the movie's most tension-filled moment. Baby knew he had to fight now, not just for himself, but for Deborah. A brutal fight erupted between Buddy and Baby. Buddy fired near Baby's ear, making his tinnitus worse. Baby collapsed to the ground, blood dripping from his ear. But Deborah showed courage. She attacked Buddy with a metal rod. Baby got his chance. He grabbed Buddy's gun and shot him in the leg.
Buddy lost his balance and fell from the building. After Buddy's death, Baby and Deborah got in a car and tried to escape. But at dawn, while driving on the road, they saw the entire police force ahead. Deborah wanted to turn the car around, but Baby stopped her. This was the movie's most crucial moment. Baby understood that if he ran, he'd be running his whole life. Deborah would never have a normal life. His foster father, Joseph, would be in danger too. So, Baby made a decision. He would surrender himself to the police. He got out of the car, walked toward the police, and raised his hands. The police arrested him. Deep psychology was at work here. Baby's entire life had been about running, from memories of his parents' death, from the sound of tinnitus, from the criminal world. But ultimately, he realized that running wasn't the solution. To find true freedom, he had to stop and take responsibility for his actions. When Baby surrendered himself, he became truly free for the first time, because he was no longer anyone's slave, not Doc's, not fears. Another important aspect was Deborah's role. She showed Baby that love doesn't just mean being together, but making the right decisions for each other. The courtroom scene was the movie's most emotional moment. Joseph testified for Baby, saying, "Baby is my son. Whatever he did under coercion." Then came Deborah, who said, "Baby is a good person. Give him a chance." Then came the woman from the post office, who said, "Baby saved me. He could have stayed silent, but he warned me." Even an elderly woman whose car Baby stole came and said, "He returned my car." Hearing all these testimonies, the judge understood that while Baby was a criminal, he had humanity inside. The judge sentenced him to only 5 years, when he could have gotten 30. In the movie's final scene, we see Baby being released from prison after 5 years. His hair is grown long, but his eyes still have that old spark. Standing outside the prison gate is Deborah. She waited 5 years. Baby walks toward her. Deborah smiles. They embrace each other. There are no words in this scene, just a song playing in the background. Baby still has his iPod and headphones, but this time he's not listening to sounds from the past. He's listening to melodies of the future. This ending is symbolic. Baby's journey was about finding freedom from a sound, the sound ringing in his ears, and the sound coming from his past. Now he's free. He learned from his mistakes, served his sentence, and now he can start fresh. Baby Driver isn't just